Hey guys, we're live. All right, just a few minutes late today. I was so trying to be on time. I promise, I promise. But guys, we are here. I hope you guys show up. I'm going to post the live stream. I hope some of you guys will come up and let's have a conversation. Justin Shades, hey. So guys, I hope some of you guys will come on up. Let's have a conversation. There's a lot. Terry's here. Hey. There's a lot of things that's happened here. Julie. A lot of things have happened in the last 24 hours. Don't you think? I just never thought that creator drama would be worse than the Gypsy drama. I don't know, guys. I think it's kind of weird. I mean, after my live yesterday, I had to go home and start looking at everything that was going on. And I don't even know what to think. I don't know what to think. Only me, baby. How are you? First live stream. Hey, we can talk about any of it, anything that you guys want to. You tell me what you want to talk about. Guys, I hope somebody comes up, talks with me, because I kind of feel sorry. I kind of feel funny talking to myself. It kind of feels weird. But guys, we can talk about anything you want to. We've got a lot. We've got everything from creator drama. We've got the Gypsy thing. We have got, oh my god, we've got the 7-month-old baby that I've done a couple of stuff on the baby today, and that's a weird situation as well. So guys, we've got a lot of stuff going on. So tell me, what do you guys want to talk about? Now, that creator drama was weird to me. I just don't understand it. Only me? Yeah, I heard that they're looking at those parents as well. And that makes you, that's scary. But, I thought they were going to. Because if you've been in true crime long enough, the way they were talking, it really made you feel like the parents knew more. Let's see here. What we got? The creator drama is what's really getting me to not watch the Gypsy craziness. That's exactly right, Valerie. Everything has changed from Gypsy to creator drama. We're all supposed to be in this all together. I don't know what started it. And honestly, I don't get it. But let's keep on this little baby. This poor little baby. If you noticed, I showed y'all this morning, the way those parents were talking about that baby. They were talking about the baby in the past. And that black eye looked like it was an old black. Justin Shades got it. Yeah, I thought so too. That black eye looked like it was old. And I've been trying to do some research, and I went to that Truth Finder or something. They try to rip you off. I don't get it. I was trying to put some stuff in, because I heard that baby's dad has gotten some neglect charges. Have y'all heard about that? Just kind of weird. Let's see what we got. So I just don't know. It's just a lot of crazy stuff. The baby's name is Emmanuel. Yeah, I just really thought that the parents had something going on. And this is what I'm confused on the baby as well. She said that she noticed that the baby needed to get changed before she went in the store. Did she go in the store to change the baby, or did she do it out in the car? I think the man is the bio father. I think so. I think the man is the bio father. I'm not for sure. I'm still kind of doing some research on it, but the whole thing is just really weird to me. Yes, Justin Shades, the baby does have prior abuse on his record. But Hayes is SZA, but it's still just really weird. They talked about him in the past, and y'all know something's really weird. See, I thought that's what she was doing, was changing that baby in the car. So if she's changing the baby in the car, then she talks about she got knocked out and then she picked herself up off the floor. Wouldn't it be that you picked yourself up off the ground, not the floor? I mean, it's really weird. I mean, nothing there's, and I tell you something else I didn't like is on that flyer, it said, what did it say? Missing kid. Missing kid. It's a child, not a kid. So I didn't like how they put that missing kid. I was like, that's a missing child, not a kid. I just thought that was really weird. Julie says she was changing in the car. So why would she say? That was just weird. The whole thing is just really weird to me. And like Julie said, some people call the ground the floor. And that could be it because they're from California. I'm here in Tennessee. I'm in the South, so I don't know. Let's see. In Spanish, there's no difference from the ground or the floor. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense now. Okay, I got it. See, sometimes you guys got to tell me because I don't know. Sometimes y'all know more than I do. But I think we're going to find out more in the days to come. But I just feel so bad for that little baby. I feel so bad. And whenever I heard that, when I heard that story, it shook me to my core. I just couldn't believe it. Somebody would do something like that to a baby. Justin Shades, me too. And you know what? You're never too old to learn new things. I'm telling you. But I'm so happy that this baby is getting some, you know what? People paying attention. I thought the cry sounded fake as well. It really did. No, Valerie, I thought it sounded fake. I really did. Yeah, you know, I was thinking that the baby kind of looks special needs, but they're saying that he's not. So I don't know. I don't know. But this just, now I know that the other kids, I just don't know if that's his real father or not. No tears, no red nose, no anything. I mean, what is going on? All right, guys, I'm going to put the link to StreamYard. Anybody wants to come up, please come up and talk to me. But yeah, there's a lot going on this Sunday. We've got a lot of stuff going on. I want to go ahead. I do want to touch on some of the stuff with Gypsy. I saw Barbara Ann's thing today. Valerie, before I go to the Gypsy, let me say this. It is so much in the news, but this is what I'm wondering. And guys, tell me if I'm wrong. is it more of it going on these days, or is it that we just hear more of it? I don't know. So, I mean, is it, and I'll cut on YouTube, and there's so many of these creators that tell these stories of these babies. I watch, what is A Wicked World, and Detective Myers, and there's one more that I absolutely love. Is it Misery or something? I forgot what that one's called, but they tell these stories of these babies, and it's just so disturbing that that's how these children, it's almost this day and time that we're living in. And there was a missing child case that's near where I am here in Nashville. And he was an autistic teenager, and he disappeared about a year ago. And he's still never been found. What is that? Can't come to me now. Hold on, let me see. Sebastian Rogers. Do y'all remember Sebastian? Yes, Justin. Justin Shades. Sebastian Rogers went missing. I think it's been well over a year ago. And I really feel that on the Sebastian Rogers thing, that his parents had something to do with that too. Oh, the one with yes. And I'm just wondering, it's you hear so much of these children now, and like Sebastian Rogers, there's no way that he wasn't a runner. Yes, he was autistic, but he was not a runner. And they brought the dogs out, and it never went around the house. And you can't tell me that his mother didn't know, still to this day doesn't know what's going on. And I just think that is so sad. And it just seems like with the Sebastian Rogers case that everything is just stopped. You don't hear about it. He's not on the news. Nobody's even talking about it anymore. Hey, Sonny. I think that is very, very sad. How can we just, and let me tell you another one. And this one's near me too. And, the little girl, I forgot her name, Summer Wells. Look how long that little girl's been missing. Summer Wells has been missing for years. How in the world has nothing been seen on Summer? And I still think the parents had something to do with that one as well. And how I just don't know what it is in Tennessee. Have y'all noticed? It's like in the last few years, there's been a lot of children here in Tennessee that's just come up gone. It makes no sense. And it's very scary. Now, I did see something on YouTube that they had some kind of bunker that they found in Alabama that was filled with children. Did you guys hear about that? Only me? Yeah, that's right. That's what it seems like to me too. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense. And, those parents, in the Summer Wells case, there was a lot of drugs going on in that family. And, in that thing that they found in Alabama, it was almost like a doomsday bunker that they found with all of these kids in there. And I haven't seen too much on that. I haven't done any research on that. I've seen this thing about Emmanuel, and that's what really just it just broke my heart. And you know what I thought is sad too is all the pictures that I've seen of this poor baby Emmanuel, you don't see him smiling. You don't see a smile on his face. You know, on most of these children, there's at least some pictures with smiles, and you don't see it on this baby's face. Yes, Julie brought up something really good. There was where Summer was dancing in the rain, and there was a for sale sign. I remember that. And you know, that is not that little town where that took place. It's my husband is from that little area. Yes, Emmanuel, that little baby in California, he does seem like he's neglected. He's always on his back, and his face, he just seemed like it was such a sad face. For some reason, looking at him, it just made me want to cry just seeing his face. And usually when you see babies, it brings smiles to your face. And I just think that is so sad. It really was so sad. What do y'all think? What else is going on with you guys? I think, I want to hit on the Gypsy thing real quick and get it over with. You know, guys, I really think with this creator drama that's going on, I really think that, I hate to say it, Gypsy's kind of won. And she got what she wanted because a lot of the bigger creators are going after each other's throats right now. And I think the sad thing about it is her and her family got what she wanted. She got to these creators. And now instead of talking about her and exposing Gypsy, they're making a fool out of the community. And I just really, and I decided back last week, even before all of this stuff even took place, that I was not gonna play in this. And you know what, Only Me? Who cares if she did that to the creators? I would rather her do that, make fun of the creators, than make money the way she was doing it, selling art that really wasn't art. And Julie's right, because I made that decision last week that I wanted to stop all of this nonsense that was going on in the community, and I wanted to get back to the actual exposing of the crime itself. Who cares really what she's doing now? Who cares? She needs to be private. She needs to go and sit somewhere. But what we want is for her crime to be out there and for the truth to be exposed. That's what this whole community was supposed to be about. We wanted exposure. We wanted the truth of the situation to be out there. But for some reason, it's turned into something that it wasn't, is the way I feel. And I think that's sad because it's making us look like fools. Hey, Coy. See, that Only Me, that's what I'm talking about. She did her time. No, she did the time that they gave her. And I'm wondering why they gave her that little amount of time. See, I think all those videos of her she did should have been left ignored. She knew we had talked. Yeah. And I don't know. Just, I feel like something was weird with the creator thing. Who cares? But something that I'm wondering about, Free La is up here. She's up here. Honestly, I think all those videos of her should have been left ignored. She knew we'd talk about them. Yeah, and I just think that we need to get back to the nitty gritty, and we need to be talking about the crime itself that she got away with. That's what I think. And for some reason, it's gotten out of control. Coy Kane from the Heat. Guys, let me tell you real quick about this heat. I went over there to Southern Thrift today because y'all know it's Sunday. I go thrift shopping on Sunday. I do not have air conditioning in my car. It went out. And the thrift store is only like 10 minutes away. By the time I got to Southern Thrift, I was just like the Chihuahuas. Couldn't breathe. Sweat coming all down in my face. Oh my God, it was awful. But, let me get back to this. I just thought that was a funny story. If y'all would have seen me, y'all would have laughed at me. The moment Gypsy said I didn't do the actual kill made me realize that she's a psychopath. That's what I think too. And I like what Becca is doing. What Becca and Lori, the dream person, is doing. I like that. Let's expose what she did, because that when she first got out of prison and she went on to the Vile Files and she said that she does not identify as a murderer. Glamorous. Back up. It's out of control because it's an unspoken competition. They are making money, and once they started, so did the drama. The drama's out of control. And I don't know. I'm going to tell you guys this. Well, let me finish my thought about Becca. Y'all know I'm thinking 100 things. But I love what Becca and Lori's doing. Let's expose. Let's expose for what she did. Because once she got out, said that she did not identify as a murderer. That told all of us what we needed to know right then and there. What do you mean you don't identify? And I think that things would have been totally different if she would have came out, and if she would have taken ownership. I think things would have been totally different. If she would have taken ownership, I think a lot more people would have backed her for a lot longer. Hey, Patience. These videos showed me she acting Yes. She acted all of it. And who was it that called her a polished turd? Because she is, guys. Listen, I think she is. Because she knows what to say. Usually, she knows what to say and when to say it. The being lied to is my thing. Now, I'm going to say this about the drama. I feel like something changed in the anti-gypsy community. And now, let me know if I'm right. I'm going to be like Ryan. Let's take a poll. But listen to this. I think things changed in the anti-gypsy community. It was just about the time that Morbid stopped doing his live stream. What do y'all think? Did y'all notice when Morbid stopped doing the live stream, something happened? It was almost like a switch. I don't know what it is. Something happened. And then, as soon as that happened, you've got, I'm going to put the StreamYard link down because, guys, Come on up and talk to me. Tell me what y'all think. And when that happened, he quit streaming. And I know that things were happening behind the scenes. And we know it was, because Case came out and told us a little bit about it. Because, come to find out, well, first, he put out that video of, Krusty Christie and Gypsy going to Ryan's. Y'all remember? He put that out, and so I knew that had to come from Christie's phone. Come on, guys. We all knew that it had to come from Christie's phone. But come to find out, Case was talking to Christie way before all of this. We don't know what all was going on. Yeah, Justin Shades. You think it started with the Ivory Groves Wilder playing people? Yeah. But what I can say about that, if you remember, she was trying to get money out of the community. She was stopped by the police, and then she wanted to sue Gypsy. She went and got her a GoFundMe for like $30,000, and then Case came on, and Case was like, $30,000? To retain a lawyer, $30,000? See, that was a weird thing too. But it just, and then let's fast forward a little bit. And if you guys remember, Case said just a few weeks ago in his, second or third live after we found out that he went undercover, he said that, hey, Ruth Carroll, did I miss anybody? But if y'all remember, he said that there was a lot of creators that are playing both sides of the fence, and that we would be surprised who they are. Do you guys remember? I think that's kind of telling. And it makes me wonder, with him saying that, he knows something. And it's awfully funny that whole group, because if y'all remember Morbid, because I was one of them, I watched it every other night he went live. I was one of them. I watched it every time. But it was always the same people on panel. It was hardly ever anybody new coming on panel. Hey, August. And I always thought that was weird. So I never went on panel up there because first of all, I thought that the way he talked to people was kind of rude sometimes. So I never went up there. I'm like, man, you're already nervous enough going on panel. Then you're going to have somebody yelling at you because maybe your sound isn't right or something. So I never went up there, but it was always the same old people. I think it's something to do with maybe some people that was on the Morbid Live. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something weird about it. And Case knows that there are some of these creators that and he said it was going to come out. And I've been watching. Hold on. What happened, August? The way he talked to me recently was rude. Just in comments, because I don't think there's a baby, because there's no mention of one in the divorce. Who calls you dumb, August? Who does that? Who is calling you dumb? Because everybody is allowed to have their opinion. Hey, Kane. The flu. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my. I hate that you're feeling so bad. Miss Anonymous. Yeah, I'm glad some of you guys can see through the whole morbid attitude, because whenever when the day that I tried to watch it, he was talking about babies with Down syndrome. I couldn't watch it. It made me angry. It just made me angry that I had to. I just almost threw my remote because I'm like, why is he talking to people like that? Hey, Wanda Arnold. Hold on. I mean, why? I missed. I hope that you get better with this flu. This is the worst time in the world to get the flu. I hope you feel better. Now, guys, it just makes you wonder because, anyways, Case knows who these people are that's working on both sides of the fence. I know who I think they are. Boss lady. I'm glad you left too because I was watching. So when I was watching and he was talking about these kids with Down syndrome, these people, I was so angry. I was so, it just made me so mad. I mean, I threw the remote. It made me so mad. But I still seen people that was supporting him. They were still like just blind following. And I was like, I'm like, why? How can you just blind follow? And then Morbid said, well, I'm just trying to make people just unsubscribe to me. Why would you do that? And then it made me wonder, were we all wrong about Morbid all along? Because people were trying to say that he was kind of a bad person during the time I don't know. But I just don't like the way I just don't like the way he acts anymore, and I just don't understand why I don't understand why he's doing that. At first he said he was burnt out, but it's not. And then it made me wonder, did he I just started wondering, do you think that maybe he has something to do with Ken, Christy? And what was so funny is what Gypsy said about Morbid when she made that little pun about him. I just didn't like it, and I know I had to unsubscribe to Morbid, but there's a lot of people that was on his live that makes me do a second look. I'm kind of side-eyeing some of these people now. I really am, because it just makes me feel a certain kind of way, and it makes me wonder, are they playing us as fools? I don't know much about this one box Poppy or whatever his name is. I never watched too much of him. I think I maybe watched one video or so, and that's all I've watched. But I don't know. I'm just kind of careful now of the people I'm watching and the people that I'm believing in. But this one box Poppy, whatever in the world his name is, I watched him once or twice, and the words that came out of his mouth, I mean, the time I watched him, it was F this, F that, and I'm just sorry, guys, but the way my mom used to say, if that's all that you can say, if those words are coming out of your mouth, then you're not smart enough to come up with another word. Sorry. I just don't like that kind of language all the time. There's better ways to do it. I don't like the way he keeps talking about other critters who are supposed to be his. I don't like that either. And I was mad at Morbid for talking about Amber J until I found out the truth about Amber J. Yeah. Well, you know what? I remember shock jocks. I was born in that area. That era. Guys, I'm old. I remember Howard Stern and all of that. I'm old. I'm a grandma. So, I remember it. But even with the shock jocks like that, they never said stuff like Morbid has about Down syndrome children. I mean, it never went that far. And that's what I don't understand. And this whole Gypsy Rose thing, it makes me wonder now who I can trust, who I can't trust. When I hear information, I'm wondering, can I believe this information? Let's see. I'm going to put this link back on. Let's see if anybody wants to come up and talk to me. Tell me what you guys think. And I tell you what, I do a lot of things on GRB Snark as well. Have you guys gone over there to Reddit on GRB Snark? They have a lot of good information on there. Not only do they have a lot of good information about Gypsy and stuff like that, I've learned a lot of things about different creators on there as well. What? Hold on, Tiri. It's like Morbid is purposely trying to get everyone to hate him. Yes, you hit the nail right on the head. But why? And then Julie, you're right. Other creators are eating their previous friends. But why? Let me ask you this, guys. Do you think that they're doing that because maybe Case is right? That something major is about to come out about some of these other creators that we trusted, and maybe they're trying to get ahead of the situation? What do y'all think about that? I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to make sense of it. Because, back when I started my channel, Morbs just got bored, so wants to ruin things for other content creators. You could be right. But, when I first started my channel, hey, Shorty Pie! Whenever I first started mine, let me tell you, I looked up to Morbid. I looked up to Toddy. I looked up to Nina. And, I remember sending I sent an email out. And I remember I sent one out to one of those creators I just told you about. And let me tell you, those creators, I watched them religiously. And I wrote them an email and I said, hey, this is Pink Chihuahua. I just started a YouTube channel called Pink Chihuahua TN. You were my inspiration of starting my channel. And then I got an email back that was kind of hateful that said, yeah, I know who you are. And I'm like, wow, that was kind of rude. You can't even be, I just thought that was kind of weird. Whenever I told them, hey, I look up to you. And they were just kind of, I heard of you. And I'm like, all right. So then that made me think kind of twice about that. Let's see, boss lady. Case is not the guy they're claiming he is. I feel bad. I do too. I think so too. But listen to this. Do you think that Case is supposed to be the fall guy? That's what I was wondering. Wanda, that could have been it too, but you know what? I'm so glad that I kind of stayed away from them, because it just makes me angry. And this is what makes me angry too. And I've heard this from different creators that have kind of gone crazy, is whenever they come on there and tell their own subscribers, well, I just don't care. You can, if you don't like it, you can just unsubscribe. I don't care. Who does that? Who says that to their subscribers? Because if you don't have your subscribers, you don't have a channel. That's what I don't understand. And you've got such a big head that you think that you can get on here and say that. And if you remember, that's the same thing. That's the same thing that who was it that did that? Fancy, that's right. Do you guys remember when Fancy was being sued and she went up there to somewhere up there in Missouri, and she was mad because, I don't know, it was all about money. And she was kind of telling her subscribers off. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And guys, I'm telling you, this is something that I don't understand. Is why does it seem like Case was, and I really feel that way, that maybe Case was thrown under the bus, but I don't know because I don't know the whole situation. I really don't. But it just seems like that maybe there's some untruths that's being said, maybe. Boss lady, what you said right there. What you said. Because this is what I've said this, that I think, you know how Fancy says that she came over to the anti-Gypsy community is because she found out the truth about Gypsy. Fancy said that she found it out. So she dug. No, baby, you had all this information way beforehand. And now that these emails have come out, it looks like to me that they got rid of Fancy. Because if you remember, there was an email that Gypsy sent to Christy that said, if you don't stop talking to Fancy, then I'm never going to talk to you again. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? What? Hold on, I got to see this, boss lady. Toddy accused country girl Brenda of being cats in crochet just to hurt. What? No, I watched country girl Brenda. There's no way that she was cats in crochet. And why would you throw country girl Brenda in there like, because she stays in her own lane. She makes her videos, and that's it. Hold on. I think Morbid had, hey Ruth Carol. I think Morbid had big dreams to work along with Dee Dee's family and become discouraged and angry because they didn't seem to care. Well, I think there was something funny with Dee Dee's family anyways. Because if you remember, we seen that email come out and everybody that was on her so-called documentary had to sign an NDA. Do you guys remember? Y'all remember that? So they had to say things exactly the way Gypsy wanted it, or they wouldn't have had her on the show, had them on the show. Think about that. That to me, hey, Aunt Edna's here. What is? I think that's exactly what's going on. People start a rumor and the internet flies with it. Yes, that happens. Well, this is what, I mean, I'm still waiting around. Hold on. Facts, they didn't care in the least, in my opinion. They took how long to put her ashes in the urn? They didn't set her, yes. And also, if you listen to some of those calls that they had with old Jip Dip when she first went to jail. Y'all remember that? I just don't understand that. I find why though? And it seems like to me they kind of took Gypsy's side. Hold on, let me see. The last time Fancy worked with the Blanchard was like in 2020. They had a falling out. And then when Fancy turned on them, it was another 3 years before they discovered the microdeletion. That's what I don't understand. I just wish, why didn't they find that microdeletion earlier? That's what I want to know. Steffi girl, hi. I just wonder why it took them so long to find the microdeletion. Just something really weird. Yes, man, I gave to that urn too. We all put in that money for that urn, and then it's like they still let it set for months before they actually had her changed over into that urn. I just think that's so sad. I don't know. It just seems like I think it's because everything that has just happened lately in this anti-gypsy community has really made you kind of have to question everything. I think Miss Anonymous is correct. I think Gypsy was lying to the doctor so they couldn't get the correct diagnosis. I think you're absolutely correct. And you know what? Hey guys, this is kind of off topic. I'm going to put the link to StreamYard. If anybody wants to come up into the chat, come on up. You know who has been, there's been quite a few people that's been quiet lately. Have y'all noticed? Have y'all noticed? Where has Ken been? Has anybody even heard from Ken? Yes, Julie. I was reading that this morning. I was reading over there on Snark. I was reading all of that, those emails. I don't know if it was emails or text from Aaliyah and Gypsy. I was reading those this morning, and let me tell you that is an interesting read. I've got that set up because I want to make a video on that. Because and Edna, she told Nick in an email she was 6 when she lied to her mother about not being able to walk. Exactly. Margaret A is in here. Yeah. I understand. My head is spinning since all of that yesterday. My head is spinning. But I haven't heard anything. Ken? Hadn't heard from him at all. And, Fancy, I got to put this up. Fancy did herself in with her unhinged rant. You are exactly right. You're exactly right. That's because I remember whenever I was trying to do research on the whole Gypsy thing, and I would have to fast forward almost half of her lives just to get to the facts because I didn't want her yelling and screaming. And I used to like that other person, right? Do y'all remember her? I haven't seen her in a while, but she was friends with Fancy, and her name was Ryan. And I used to like to listen to her, but they just went so unhinged that I couldn't stand to watch them anymore. Sorry, y'all, it's a vape. And somebody else. Okay, we haven't heard from Ken, right? No Ken. Who else have we not heard from lately? I was going to bring this up and then I couldn't remember. Has Ryan still been going on his little lives every night? Do y'all know? Bree, boss lady, that is exactly who I was thinking about. Has anybody heard from Bree lately? That's what I want to know, because I haven't heard anything. Now, Christy, I have heard from Christy. I posted a video earlier today because she was up in Sheena's um, video comments talking to, leaving her a good saying that she nailed it or something. But do you think that Gypsy's really moving away? Do y'all think so? But I think what Bree's sad about is that Gypsy is becoming kind of irrelevant. I think that Bree's getting a little sad because her murderous friend is not as important as she used to be. Hey, Dorothy Berg, how are you? Kathleen, are you in here? How are you doing, lady? But I just think that's really weird. Haven't heard from Bree, and I think it's funny that Sheena brought that out instead of Bree. And even when this came out, we haven't heard anything from Bree. Has Bree said anything about the video that Sheena has she said anything? I can't remember. I just think that's weird too. That I hate Scandalous. Scandalous says they don't want her. Gypsy throwing Bree under the bus. Really? You think so? Chris Blair's here. That is just really weird to me. It just makes you wonder. I think I'm just looking for them to act, for her to do something pretty soon, because people aren't really talking about her. It's getting a little weird. So I can really see her pulling off something else. Oh, I like that. Oh, I missed it. I love what Julie said. Hold on. I can't find that. Bree Stinky like cheese is learning that if you sow wind, you reap the whirlwind. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I just wonder, I don't think that they would move to Texas though. Texas is a little strict. I think if she went to Texas probably would just throw her right on back out, is what I'm thinking. And you're right. Gypsy is loyal to no one. No one. And she has proved that time and time and again. I don't know. I just think, and have you guys ever heard it's quietest before the quiet before the storm? I'm wondering if this is the quiet before Gypsy storm, because I can see something happening. I don't know what, but I can see something happening. Can you guys? Fox and Faye. Hold on, I want to read this. Isn't it convenient that all the content creator drama has been stirred when all these emails, FOIA, and jail calls come out and Nick started new legal moves? You've got a point. You've got a very good point there. Because every time something like this happens, let's get all the tension from here and let's put it over here. Wow. That's a good one. That is a good one. Oh, you hit it. Wow. There was something I was going to say and now I forgot it. I can't I'm going to put the link in the comments one more time. Guys, come in. If you want to come up on stage, I would love to have you up here with me. There we go. But guys, I'm just keeping my eyes open because I really believe what Kay said, that there's things that's going to come out and we're going to be surprised who was riding the fence. Yeah, that Kathleen, you're probably right. But I really think that we need to watch that. I know that Case has I think I read that he's going to take a step back because of all of this drama. And you know, I have read that about Case, that he does have a hot head. But he does seem legit to me. And guys, if somebody lied on me, I think I would be hateful and be angry as well. What? Nina, Morbid, Ivory Rose knows and such. Stop gypsy stuff. What do you mean, Chris Blair? What do you mean? Tell me what you mean. And that could have been so too, Justin Shades. But this is what I'm thinking. I mean, think about it. All of those people that went up on Morbids, they were all kind of close. They all acted like they were friends. And then, that's true, T-Ree. They don't cover her like they used to for some reason. But somebody goes behind your back and you know it happened, but they were saying that it didn't. That would hurt my feelings too. That would hurt my feelings too. But I'm glad Case is taking a step back, because I don't like I don't know if he was set up to take the fall, but it just really feels funny to me. And Toddy did say that she would ruin Case. And I don't understand that. And I really don't, I don't like when people say that. And, you know, there's a lot that has been said about Case. And Case has stopped. He has been quiet on the matter. I don't know. But Case has been right on some of the stuff. And if he is right about some of these content creators that are riding both sides of the fence, I would love to know who they are. That's true, Miss Anonymous. And I wish he would have let us know. I think that's what I was upset about with Case about, is I wish he would have let us know, the ones of us that has been just straight on trying to expose. I wish he would. Yes, Chris Blair, just name them. Let us know who it is. And FBI, I'm highly disappointed in certain people. Me too. And you know, I wanted this out because not only am I disappointed in some of the people and they have let me down, it's almost like you have to be careful. And maybe that's why Case hadn't said anything else. But you have to kind of be careful with who you say that about, because they will come and try to destroy you. So that's something too, and it's kind of scary to think about. And think about this: there's a lot of these content creators that were doxxed. That's a real thing, and I really think that's scary. And I think it's horrible because we did have a really good group of people, and we were really getting the word out about Gypsy. You're a Gypsy guru. I just seen that name. I like that. But I think it's sad that we're not as strong as what we used to be. Because at one time we were really getting the word out, and I'm just wondering what happened to make the community fall apart. Divide and conquered, the oldest trick in the book. And Edna, I think that's what is happening. I really think that's what's happening. I think somebody has gotten to some of the content creators, and I think that's sad. Every lie. I believe Case has a plan, and he's doing it the way he's doing it for a reason. Even Toddy said Case has something big and doesn't understand why he hasn't put it out yet. So I'm curious as well. And that could be right. That could be true. And Adrika, no, Gypsy is loving it. You've got that right. You've got that one right. And I think it's sad. It's very disappointing. Guys, I'm going to put my link in here one more time. See if anybody wants to come out. Kathleen, I didn't know you had lupus. You know, I have lupus myself. I do. I've got lupus, and I know my lupus some days are just so bad I can hardly even get out of bed. And I was diagnosed about 7 or 8 years ago, and they told me that when I was first diagnosed that in 5 years you will not be working anymore. And here it's been about 7, and I'm still working, but there's some days that I wonder about it because my hands hurt, my legs hurt. It stinks. It stinks. Lupus just stinks. I hate it. Ugh. But guys, Marcy, you've got lupus too? Oh my gosh, lupus is just, and guys, you can tell my job, I'm a property manager, and my job is so stressful. And the last couple weeks has been really stressful because now they have me over 3 properties instead of 2. And what happens to me is whenever I get really stressed, I get these little things. It's almost like blood blisters that come up, and then I get this rash on my face, and I cover up the rash pretty well with makeup, but I can't. But awful, 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 and I know that I'm having a time with lupus right now. So yes. But guys, I am about to go. I can't believe we went over an hour. But guys, y'all know that we are now over 1,600 subs. 1,600. And I want to thank each and every one of you. You guys are always there for my videos. I love you for that. It just makes me so happy. Coming and making videos and doing these lives, it's like my happy place. It's almost like we can come and gather, talk about anything that we want to talk about. You're not judged. We can have our opinions out there. And who cares if we don't agree? Everybody can have their own opinion. Because even with, I felt sorry for Rose Red because she said that people's been really hateful to her because she believes there's no baby. Now, I can say that I'm on the fence with that one. I just don't know. Some days I feel like there is one. Some days I don't know. But it's okay to disagree. We're all on the same team. Guys, I love you. And have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye, guys. And I will talk to you tomorrow.